Welcome back, everybody, to the Derby City Fandom podcast. Jake?
Godzilla.
Insert word here.
I got you. I love it. I definitely prepared for that. That was off script, though. Okay. But we are doing our first impressions of Godzilla -1. I just showed these boys the trailer for the first time.
No, I've seen it before. Jake is not.
That was the first time. It looks pretty cool.
Throw
I like
me
it.
under the bus ever again. I will destroy you.
And it's not tied to the Hollywood ones, right? So this is completely different.
Correct. So Godzilla -1, just from what we've seen in the trailer, so this is not necessarily a spoiler. This is taking place immediately after World War II, after the bombing of Hiroshima
And Nagasaki.
Yes. Weird. Okay, I don't know why you went there. Anyways.
No Kyle Chandler.
No Millie either.
He's not alive. He's not born yet.
I don't think there's any Americans in this whatsoever.
Not at all. But you all have now seen the trailer. The movie, as of recording, is already out in Japan.
Japan, the numbers are doing
quite well. I believe it just in the Japanese box office alone, it has hit something like a couple billion yen, which translates to something around like $12 million US from what numbers I was looking at, like how the conversion works. So just from Japan alone, like Japan likes it. Japan doesn't like more modern Godzilla stuff in a weird sense. Like, it doesn't usually do really well because they have so much of it over there, so they're kind of picky.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see more of like I don't know if you could call this an origin story of it, but I'm excited to see it from like a 40s perspective.
Yes. Just from what we see in the trailer, it seems like it's going to be very, like, destruction-based. Like, Godzilla actually just wrecking Tokyo, wrecking Japan.
Will there be other monsters?
No. At least not from what we've seen.
It's just Godzilla going to town on Japan.
pretty much.
Yes.
Going old school, huh? Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the big, I guess, plot point of that they're trying to get across is this is post-war Japan, like immediately post-war Japan, where they have been kicked into the dirt by the Allied forces. So they have like next to like no military. They have no actual means to deal with Godzilla. And then Godzilla shows up. So how do you respond, right? That is like the big question of the film.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I'm personally excited for it. I'm definitely going to go see it when it comes out. I think, what did it say, nationwide, December 1st?
Yes. Which is weird because that should be worldwide, but I digress.
Anyway, I'm excited. I'm definitely going to go see it. I am definitely a fan of monsters doing their whole thing. You know, King of Monsters, Godzilla versus Kong, and all that. That was all fun. But sidebar, you know what kind of pisses me off about all of these films?
No, but I imagine you'll tell me here.
Kyle Chandler?
No, Jake, I think you're going to agree with me on this.
Oh, God.
As a taxpayer, seeing all of those fucking buildings destroyed honestly pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you have... All right, in the Americanized version, Monarch that, wants to protect all these Mutos.
The Titans.
Of the Titans, right?
Yes.
It's just like, yeah, I get where you're coming from, but me as a private citizen...
Getting screwed over, per
I'm
usual.
Getting fucked so hard because all of these buildings in Boston or wherever... Who's going to pay for that? This is like the stock market crash all over again. Who's going to pay for it?
Godzilla doesn't care about your taxes.
Who's going to pay for it? The freaking poor people and the teachers.
I'm
a freaking broke-ass college student that didn't go to college. You know, like...
Yeah, I mean, not just like even outside of King of Monsters, like the previous film in the MonsterVerse, I suppose. Like, they do just kind of casually let off a nuke in, like, the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah, doesn't that piss you off?
Well, considering that they never bring it up, and the guy like is seemingly okay while within being like just within like the Fallout radius. Like when we get around to King of
that whole
Monsters,
area-
like the coast of California should be an irradiated mess.
I'm really
It's not livable for a good amount of time.
pivoting the conversation here. I'm kind of interested to see Godzilla -1 because I'm used to the American version of it. Like
Sure.
I'm used to the Titans and the monsters, the very Hollywood. As you pointed out, Kenny, like the nuclear bombs just fucking dropping off and destroying San Francisco or whatever, or Boston or whatever. So I'm interested to see the plot behind this because it seems so simple. Like, he's just the monster, and he's about to destroy Japan. Like, what are we going to do? Throw cats at him? I don't know. So, like, I'm quite curious to see what happens, because I'm so used to, like, a very modern American version of, like, send the jets, send the super carriers, drop some nukes.
Here's what's going to
no.
happen, Jake.
Like, what are they gonna do? I
You're
don't-
in post-World War II Japan. The place literally just got nuked twice by the Americans. And
Yeah.
so what are they going to do to defeat
Your
Godzilla
Navy-
in post-World War II?
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
going
the
to
Navy
nuke
is
it.
gone.
That's
All
what-
of your best pilots just
But
like
the
flew
ironic
themselves
part is he
into the
takes
carriers.
all of that
Yeah.
radiation and nuclear energy and feeds off of it. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious.
this definitely should be its own podcast.
Sure.
The plot seems so simple that I'm
Go
excited
ahead,
about
Kenny.
it.
Go
But
ahead.
yes, what I'm looking forward to is the sound design. The roar that we hear, solid. But I want to hear the atomic breath. Now, granted, that
You think
sound
we'll
by
get that? You think we'll get that one? In the
well,
minus
that
one?
that's
Absolutely
the
not.
that's
No.
the Hollywood version. That is the King of Monsters atomic breath charge up.
Let me get the roar. Give me the roar one more time.
Well, the roar is also from the
Hollywood.
Hollywood versions. So
I'm pretty sure that's the 98 version.
that might be the 14 version actually.
What? How do you know that was a 98 version?
Well, they're very-
Because there's been
that's-
several Hollywood versions
I
of
mean, there's-
Yeah, but how
Godzilla.
can you tell that roar? Like, I remember the 98
Because
movie,
it's
but
different each time. The only time that it's been the same is in these like MonsterVerse ones where they're like in a continual like storyline kind of thing.
Maybe we should just start a podcast of this.
Godzilla.
Yes. You know what?
This is
I happen to know a guy.
I
We'll-
want to change the intro to just the Godzilla roar.
Yeah.
all right.
well-
So for that recording, when we have our buddy Zach on,
Yes. We'll have to get his opinion on -1 because by the time we get through the holiday season here, towards at least the early weeks of December when things are not quite as hectic, we'll be able to sit down with the resident expert.
Look forward to it. Got a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
How is Japan going to survive? Is one of them.
Well,
No spoilers. Go on.
traditionally, it's usually you either find like a bigger bomb or there's another monster involved.
Poison fish.
Well, you're not
That's what I'm shooting
entirely wrong.
for. Oh, man. I was just shooting out of the dark there. Wow.
Poison has been used on Godzilla before. It usually does not work.
it
but
does not work. And
awkward.
actually, funny enough, he'll end up faking dead. So
or just has like some sort of stupid healing factor. Like he'll be blasted to bits and he'll just come back later.
anyway, go see Godzilla -1 in theaters nationwide, worldwide, whatever you want to call it. December 1st.
Yes.
Let us know what you think. Meanwhile, we will eventually do a Godzilla
Deep dive.
deep
We'll,
dive.
we'll call it a deep dive.
Let's go with that.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Thank you all for listening, and see you next time.